Hi, class. Hope you're doing well. We're going to talk about money choices and how money choices impact essentially where you're going to spend your money and how you make those decisions. And what I've been asked to do is share some of my favorite places to shop or how I've spent money. So when I was younger, when I would buy things, I was basically buying things because I wanted them. I wasn't covering needs. I wasn't paying for food or clothing or shelter or any of those things because my parents were working and they were satisfying those things for me. So when I had extra money, if I wasn't saving it, I was spending it on things that I wanted to buy. As I got older and I had to start supporting myself a little bit more, most of my money goes towards my needs. And I actually don't have a lot of money that I spend on my wants because things are much more expensive than you realize as you get older. And it's really important to save money as you get older, especially if you have a family. So I guess I'll give you kind of a couple examples from my life of money choices that I've made in the past. When I was in high school, well, I guess even middle school, when I was in middle school, my neighbor, he bought this Jeep. And I still remember him putting me in the back seat of his Jeep that he bought and taking me for a drive around the neighborhood with the top down. And I fell in love with Jeeps. And so I would say from the time I turned about 15 or 16 up until I turned 38, I was pretty obsessed with Jeeps. But my first car, I wasn't able to afford a Jeep. I didn't have enough money. I only had saved $1,000, and so I couldn't get a Jeep until I guess I got my first one when I was about 19. I came back from college. I had been saving my money in high school, and I was working 2 jobs in college, and I'd saved enough money, and I came home and I bought my first Jeep, and I loved it. I spent all kinds of money on that Jeep, tires and lifting it and driving off-road and going to shows and all that kind of stuff. I was totally obsessed with it. And I would say that in the course of my life, I've owned 4 or 5 Jeeps, 5 Jeeps in the course of my life. I just loved them. They're fantastic. But as I've gotten older, I've realized how much money they cost and how much time I was spending and money I was spending fixing them and going all these places. And so I kind of shifted into spending money more on my family, obviously, because I have a wife and an 8-year-old son. So now I spend most of my money on things to do with the outdoors. So I've always loved to go kayaking and hiking and camping and to go to like beautiful places and travel to other countries and experience their culture and their outdoors. And so what I spend most of my money on now is actually hiking trips and hiking equipment and camping trips. And for me, that's great, right? It brings me a lot of happiness. Gives me a way to spend time with my family. They enjoy the trips as well. And so that's where I spend most of my money. But like I said, when you're younger, most of your money is usually spent on your wants. And as you get older, you have to start paying for your needs, like your cell phones and all these other things. And you don't have as much money necessarily for your wants. So, I go back to, I think the important thing is making money decisions that make you happy, that are smart, that aren't going to put you in a bad position. But as much fun as it is to spend your money, it's also really important to save your money. Because if you don't save your money, you'll never be able to buy the expensive things later. You'll always be buying just like small, less expensive things that maybe aren't the things that you really want, but they're the things that you can afford. So don't forget to save your money. Have a goal of what you want to buy, and make sure that the thing that you're trying to buy is worth all of the things that you have to give up, all of the things that you can't buy in order to get it. But money and how you spend your money should make you happy. It should help your community. And it should be a responsible and a thoughtful choice. And if you do that, you won't be disappointed with the decisions that you make. So good luck. Spend money to put a smile on your face. And if I had to give you one really good piece of advice, things that you buy that are physical, right? They wear out. Phones wear out, but memories don't. So spend money to go on trips, spend money to have experiences, go scuba diving or skydiving, or, go on a trip somewhere beautiful. That's always a good use of your money, because it will help you grow as a person. And it will always give you a memory and a story to tell. So good luck, get out there, enjoy life, and enjoy spending and saving your money.